you know what happens when anyone dies? When one dies, one would be reborn again in any of the four life forms and live many lives until moksha. These four life forms or gatis include Naragati, Tiryansh Gati, Manushya Gati, and Dev Gati. These are the four states of existence or life forms, and the fifth state is of liberation, that is we called moksha. Now the question is, what is Naragati? When a person kills purely for pleasure, without any reason or cause, hunts and kills and takes pleasure in it by proudly boasting about his killing, then he is making impure use of the soul. When a person commits actions such as setting fire to people's houses, burning people alive, poisoning water in wells to kill the living organisms in it, blasting bombs to kill people, and moreover, derives happiness out of these actions, he charges such exclusive demerit karmas that they are invited in a bird called hell. Even in hell, the lifespan stretches over lakhs of years. One cannot die even after suffering the unimaginable pains of hell for such a long time. There are seven such hells. The greater the demerit karmas, the worse is the hell. One goes in order to suffer more and more pain because of those karmas. The second gati is Tiryansh Gati. When a person has beastly thoughts of consuming things that do not belong to him, he constantly thinks of whose things shall I enjoy? Whose things shall I snatch? From where can I gather things? He indulges in adulteration, cunningness, stealing, and earning money by swindling others. Then he is making inauspicious use of the soul. He is considered a second-class citizen and is therefore heading for a life in the animal form. The more depth there is, the more lives one has to spend in the animal form. In this way, after roaming around in other life form for 18 births at the most, one returns to the human form. Such is the law of nature. Life in the animal form is like a severe imprisonment where the entire life is spent is total helplessness. The third gati is Manushya Gati. When one consumes only what is rightfully his own, one attains the human form. Rightfully his own means one consumes or uses only that which is part of one's own share. If a person wants to be born as a human being, he has to care for the elderly, his parents, and his gurus. He should maintain an obliging nature. Whatever he takes, he should give back equally in return, so nothing is owed to anyone. If you live your life keeping this in mind, you can attain the human life form. Liberation is only possible through human form and only when the business of credit and debit ends. The human form is meant for attaining liberation, not for wandering around in the four life forms. It is very difficult to attain the human life again and again. So think that we are lucky if we are as a human being, how much we can use this life form. The fourth gati is Dev Gati. If one is a superhuman, that is, he does not enjoy his own comforts and luxuries but passes them on to others. He has such pure, auspicious awareness that he is considered a luxury class passenger. Then he is bound for a life in the celestial life form. In this life form, one enjoys immense happiness, comfort, and luxury throughout their lifetime. The lifespan stretches to lakhs of years, and one is blessed with eternal youth. There is no suffering of birth and death. The atmosphere in celestial life is dazzling and intoxicating. The mind is filled with different thoughts. In this happiness, they do not remember soul. This happiness never ceases, and hence I sometimes get tired of such endless happiness. Alas, in the celestial form, one is unable to attain the knowledge of the true self. Hence, even the celestial beings yearns to be reborn in the human body, so that can be meant as a Jnani Purush and attain liberation. So, if we want to get liberation, the best Gati is Manushya Gati, and that was the description of four Gatis. Om Arham.